everybody, it's Stephanie, and I wanted to do another reaction video for you guys. This one is a reaction to seeing Pentatonix at the Atlanta show, the On My Way Home tour show, and I've really just been kind of not dreading doing this, but like I don't really know where to start because it was so amazing and so overwhelming and just so everything that I've been dreaming about. So it's really hard to do like reaction to something that was just so great for you, but I'm gonna try. I gotta turn off the music in the background because it's distracting me. There we go. So I want to say that back in December, whenever they first announced that they were going to be doing their On My Way Home tour, I bought tickets and I was really hoping that they would go to Nashville because it's closer to me, but they went, the closest to me was Atlanta, and I was okay with that because it's still close, but I didn't realize that I could actually make the trip to Atlanta, like drive until the next day. And by the time that I actually purchased the tickets, only the third tier VIP were available. And the third tier VIP were meet and greet only, but I took them because, you know, meeting them and actually seeing them really close is better than nothing at all. So I got that. I really wanted first tier VIP with a private performance, but that did not happen. I'm hoping beyond all hopes that that will happen for me at some point, but it didn't happen this time, and that's okay because I still had an amazing time. So anyways, I'm going to tell you about this this experience right now. We left Friday and we spent the night in Chattanooga with some friends of ours, and then Saturday morning, the day of the concert, we left really early, and I got to the hotel at approximately, I want to say noonish, and I was hoping to meet some lovely ladies from Twitter at 2 o'clock for lunch. So I had to hurry up and get ready, and it was just kind of like stressful for me because I was like, even though I had my outfit picked out and everything and the makeup that I was going to wear, it was still really stressful because I was going to be meeting Pentatonix, and I just was trying to wrap my brain around that fact. So I got ready, and I was kind of just like, okay, what do I do now? Like, I was totally ready. My little purse was packed. I had my phone. It was charged. I had my gifts. Oh my God, the gifts. I'll tell you about the gifts in just a second, but I was like, what do I do now? So I actually used Uber for the first time ever this weekend in Atlanta, and I took an Uber car to a restaurant called Taco Mac, either Taco Max or Taco Mac in Atlanta, and I met some lovely ladies from Twitter that are also Pentaholics, and we had a nice little lunch. I had a mixed drink and an appetizer, and then I took an Uber back to the venue after that. By this time it was, I want to say like maybe 3:30ish, and I thought I was supposed to meet them at, I thought I was supposed to check in for VIP at 4 o'clock, but for me, for third tier, it was actually 4:30. So I had a lot of time to kill. So there was 2 separate lines, 4 o'clock people checking in over here, 4:30 people checking in over here, and then like just like regular general admission people were somewhere else. But so the people that I was eating lunch with, I'll put their names up here. They were upper tier, so they were in the 4 o'clock line, and then I had to go to the 4:30 line, and I was really close to the front since it was so early, and that was pretty cool. So I kind of waited in this line for a little while. It was really boring, and I'm gonna tell you about the gifts now. So I got gifts for each member of the band, and I spent months trying to decide what to get them and making these gifts perfect in my eyes, even though they couldn't really ever just be perfect because that would be impossible. But I tried for months, and I had them all in little gift bags. I'm gonna show some pictures right now. I had my gift bags with me, and since 2 of the gift bags were glass bottles, they were really heavy. And carrying them around for as long as I did was actually a giant pain. Of course I did it anyway, and I didn't complain, but it was like my arms were hurting. So I'm in this line to go check in for VIP, and in front of me was the sweetest guy. He was a dad, and he had a daughter, and I want to say maybe she was, I'm really bad at guessing ages, but I would say she was probably between the ages of like 13 and like 14, 15, something around there. And he got VIP for her, so, and he did VIP too, and he was so cute. He was really cute, and she was super cute. They were just really cute the way they interacted, so I was enjoying their interactions. And also somebody behind us, there was a food truck right next to the big Ferris wheel in Atlanta, and somebody behind me, another Pentatonix waiting in line, asked them if they could play some Pentatonix, and he had his phone, so this food truck had like a speaker that you put your iPod on, and you could play songs. And whenever it started, all of us like collectively like looked over, we were like, what's going on? And then we realized what was going on. So the whole time we were waiting, which was probably a good hour, maybe more, to check in for VIP, we were listening to Pentatonix. It was really cool, and I was Snapchatting. And then finally the line was moving, and we got to go in, and we just gave them our name and signed something, and then we got a bag of goodies, and I'm gonna show you that right now. So for VIP Pentatonix, we got a bag full of, it wasn't full, it was just like a few things, but this is the bag. It's like a tote bag. Looks like this. And inside of it was here's like a bookmark thing. It's like a cool like little bookmark thing, and it's double-sided. One side of it's like where you turn it a certain way, it looks like a different picture. I don't know. Okay, I see it now. If you turn it a certain way, it says the On My Way Home Tour, and if you turn it another way, it says Pentatonix, so you probably can't see that, but it's supposed to be bookmark. I'm not using this as a bookmark. I don't use real books anymore. This was the VIP like lanyard thing that we used, and we had to wear this the whole time. And it's the same concept. It's like a little cool thing where you turn it and it looks like something different. And this thing, the poster, this is like the poster that came with the VIP package, and this is the thing that we got signed, and you can see all the signatures on it. I'm gonna cry thinking about it. And a pair of really cute sunglasses. I haven't actually worn them as sunglasses yet, but they're really cute. They say PTX on the side, and they're just cute. Cute sunglasses. I love sunglasses. I'm never gonna complain about getting sunglasses, especially when they say Pentatonix PTX on them. And that was it. That's all that was in the bag. But then I, of course, kept my ticket, my VIP ticket that they gave me. So I had this bag that we got for being VIP, plus all of my gift bags, and they moved us down. It wasn't even like very far. It was like in the basement. Well, I don't know if it was the basement. It looked like a basement, but I don't think it was. In this venue in Atlanta, this venue was called the Tabernacle, and we just waited. We waited so long because the upper tier VIPs got to do their stuff first. They did private performance. They did their photo ops. And we kind of just waited out there. We were talking, and it was great because you're surrounded by people who love Pentatonix, so that's the most important thing. You're surrounded by people who love the same things that you do, so it made it all worth it and totally fine. But my arms were hurting, so I put my bags down, my gift bags. And there was a guy that worked at the venue that was kind of standing, keeping us in line, making sure that nobody tried to pull a fast one and run out. But it was okay. I'm not like mad about it, but we did wait a long time. We waited a really long time without knowing exactly how long we were going to be waiting, and that was kind of weird. But finally they moved us, and of course we're all just so excited. So they move us a little bit forward, and now we're in line with the upper tier VIPs. We're all in the same line. They're in front of us, we're behind. We're all in the same line to actually meet them at the meet and greet, which is like where they sit at the table and sign the posters or whatever you want. And that was pretty cool. I was dying. My heart was racing. You never really know what you're gonna say to them before it happens. And when we got close to the table, this table was like really small and surrounded by like a black curtain. So I'm looking, you can see it in between, like there's a tiny little like crack in this curtain. And I could look through there and see them, and I just about lost my mind. I was so close to them. I was like a couple of feet away, and I knew that I was about ready to get to actually like meet them face to face, and it was crazy thinking about that. So the line is moving really fast because meet and greet unfortunately goes really fast because there's quite a few people that are supposed to get through this line. You know, they don't have all day. So it's moving pretty fast, and finally it comes to be my time, and I step out there. And Kevin is first. He's sitting like, he's in the first seat. And I'm like, hi. And he's like, he says hi, and his personality was very positive, very upbeat, very bubbly. And he told me twice, he's like, I like your shirt. And I don't think I said anything. I think I was just kind of like staring at him and like smiling like stupidly. And I think I said, here's a gift for you. And I handed him his gift bag, and he was like, I really like that shirt. He said it twice, and I don't think I ever said thank you because I was so starstruck and just like staring, and my mouth was probably like so I gave him his gift bag, and then I moved on. Mitch was next, and this makes me really sad to think about this. I'm totally into Mitch. I mean, I love all of them, but I'm drawn to Mitch for multiple reasons, and he's sort of like my favorite from the group. I don't really have a favorite. They're all my favorites. I love all of them, but for some reason I'm just drawn to Mitch, and I like idolize him. And he was the second person sitting in this little meet and greet. He was right next to Kevin. And I think all I said was to him was like, Mitch, or oh my god, Mitch, or I just said his name like stupidly and just kind of like tried not to die or tried not to pass out. And I gave him his bag, and of course they're really good about signing this poster because they all just like pass it to each other and sign it, so you don't ever get the poster back until the very end. But I'm regretful a little bit that I didn't say more to Mitch, that I didn't tell him how much I love him and how much I was excited to see him. I just kind of was like, I just like looked at him like, and I can't even really remember like looking at him very well. Like I wish I would have just like studied his face and ingrained in my memory like what he looks like, but I didn't really do that. It was like I was kind of just like I was starstruck. Like I was really starstruck, and I'm sure a lot of you can probably relate. So right next to him is Scott. They're right in the middle, and I'm kind of like talking to them both at the same time, and Scott's signing my poster, and I'm like, I love you. He's like, we love you too. And it made me really happy, so I'm all just like, but that's all I said to him. And I love Scott. That's all I said to them. And then I moved on to Kirsten, and I can barely even remember interacting with her at all. I gave her gift, obviously, and she said thank you, and she signed the poster for me, but I barely remember even interacting with her. I don't think I said anything to her. And then the very last person at the table was Avi, and I only had one gift bag left, so it was easy just to give him. I was like, here you go. And he said, this is substantial, thank you. And he pulled me. I didn't initiate it. I didn't ask. He put his arms out and pulled me in for a hug, and I hugged him, and I remember saying, are you serious? Because I couldn't believe that Avi Kaplan was actually hugging me, and I didn't have to ask him for a hug. He just did it himself, and he was hugging me, and it lasted for a good few seconds, and I hugged him, and I just tried to like absorb his amazingness into me. I don't know if I succeeded, but I tried. So I hugged him, and that literally made my entire existence worth everything. Hugging Avi Kaplan was amazing. So I finished the meet and greet. I didn't get any pictures. They warned us beforehand that we couldn't take any pictures, and just to be honest, you know, I went in thinking, okay, I'm gonna be sneaky and take some pictures, but it didn't happen because I was so starstruck, and I was just so like, I was on cloud 9, but it was sort of like this high. It was like I was high, and I couldn't think of anything really much at the time, and I wish that I had been more like down to earth, like, and doing normal things and not being so starstruck, but it just didn't happen. And you know, I can't go back in time, and it is what it is, and I got to meet them, and I got to be really close to them, and that's really all that matters. But I do wish that I would have said more, spoke more, and remembered more, but it didn't happen. So meet and greet was done, and we got we were out back in the area where we started with, and then we went to do merchandise shopping. At this point, I'm not regretful. I'm really happy because I just hugged Avi, and it didn't really sink in that I hadn't really said everything that I wanted to say. So I'm really happy at this point, and it's time for merchandise shopping, and I'm gonna show you what I got. We got like crowd-free merchandise shopping. It was only VIP people doing merchandise shopping, and I got some cool stuff. I think I own like everything now, but let's see. I got this. It's a gray, cute shirt. I got this, and I got, let's see, here's another, somebody designed their stuff this time, and it's circles. I got this shirt. On the back, it has all of the cities. And the cool thing is that it's got San Antonio on there, and if you watched my other video, the first time I ever seen them live, it was San Antonio. Even though San Antonio wasn't really a part of their tour, because the set list was different and the show was different, but they have it on there, and that's cool. And okay, so I've really been wanting this tank top for a while. It looks like this. And I don't think, this is not exclusive to their tour. They've had this on the website, I think, but I really wanted it. And I wanted a size small because it's already oversized, and they had no small, so I was like, do you have medium? And they didn't even have medium. All they had was large. That was the smallest that they had, was large, and this thing is massive. But me being frivolous with money and not really thinking, got a large anyway. And the lady's like, you can totally wear it this summer of your bathing suit. And I was like, yeah, that's a great idea. So I got it. I got it in a large, and it's really big, but I'll wear it. I'll wear it oversized. You know, cute, big, oversized tanks are kind of cute, and I probably will wear it over my bathing suit. And I got this Pentatonix mug. It says PTX on my way home tour 2015 on this side, and it's got a silhouette, and it matches my shirt. I think I own all of their on my way home tour merch at this point, and I'm totally okay with that. You know, I'm obsessed, and it just makes sense that I would own everything, and I think I do now. I didn't show you the signatures. Oh, look. Oh, you guys, they signed this for me, like right in front of me, and I just can't really believe it. They signed over their own little pictures, and this is really cool. Okay, so after we did merch, I met up with Nikki and Kaylee. Where's my phone? So after I bought the merch that I wanted to buy, I put it all in my little tote, so that was kind of convenient. I met with Nikki and Kaylee, who I met at the San Antonio show, so it was cool seeing them again. We were all in line together, waiting to just be seated or to be let into where the general admission seating was for the actual concert. And we waited just a little while. It wasn't very long. And then we went in, and we saw the stage, and we just ran in and took our places in general admission. And I want to say general admission is the standing. I was anywhere from 3rd row to probably like 6th row at any given point during the show, 3rd row to 6th row. up to the front because they let first tier in and then second tier, and then I kind of lost my concentration during part of the show and let some people kind of like pushed in front of me, and so I kind of was anywhere between third and sixth row, which was great. It was really close. It was way different than the San Antonio show where I was way up in the bleachers, but we waited. It was probably almost a full hour of us waiting in the general admission standing area before the actual show started. It was crazy. But we were Snapchatting and just talking and being excited about Pentatonix and talking with other fans. And they played music and we were having a good time. And the venue was really cool. It was like I think it was an old church, actually. I think it was an old church, which is really, really cool. It was called the Tabernacle. But it was a smaller venue. So finally it's time for them to come out. And I didn't have the gift bags anymore, which was cool, but then I had this other bag and I didn't really know what to do with it because you can't put it on the ground. It'll get like trampled on. So I had to put it over my shoulder. And it was finally time for them to come out, and I had my GoPro camera, and I was excited because I was so close up to the front. I knew this GoPro was gonna like take some great videos. So I had my GoPro and I had my regular phone camera in one hand, and I'm like, I'm gonna get some great footage from this amazing concert that I've been waiting months for. And they come out and I have my GoPro and I have to hold it way up, like almost like this, to get to try not to get, you know, the audience members that are in front of it, and I still didn't really succeed because I'm just like out of it and just excited, and I suck at doing video. But I got 2 songs. I got the first 2 songs that they did, and the video is not good. I'm like sort of pointing down and you can see more of the people in front of me than sometimes you can actually see of the band members, because I'm just not really coherent and doing what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm just focusing more on them, which is a good thing, I guess. You know, you don't want to be looking through a camera whenever you're actually seeing them live. But I got through 2 songs, and apparently I was seen. I wasn't supposed to have an actual video camera in there, and a man that worked at the venue was shining a light and telling me to turn it off, but I didn't see him. I was just oblivious. I was watching the show, and a man beside me watching the show was tapping me on the shoulder. He's tapping me on the shoulder, and then he was pointing. He pointed to the guy, and I was like, "Oh shoot, they're making me put away my GoPro camera." So I did, because I didn't want to cause a scene or get thrown out or something crazy like that. So I put my camera away, but I was sad because I wanted to get video. I only got 2 songs. I got "Problem," which was the first song I think that they sang, and then I got the Beyonce medley, and that's all I got. And the video that I got wasn't even great because, like I said, I'm pointing downwards and I'm not just really paying attention. I got, so then I only had my phone, which I was taking a lot of photos. Most of them are blurry because, like I said, I'm moving around and dancing and just being a fangirl and freaking out. And my camera on my phone is not super great. It's decent, but it's not great. And I had it zoomed in as much as it would go. But a lot of them are blurry. I did get some good ones, which I've been posting on Twitter like every single day. I'm sorry if you follow me and all I do is post pictures. I like the Twitter editor. It's easy to edit photos on that. So that's why I've been doing that. But the show was absolutely amazing. I'm not going to go through all the songs because it was a lot of them, but everything they did was amazing. They had their opera moment, which was absolutely beautiful. The chair girl Serena was great. She was absolutely fantastic. I got some great pictures of her. Mitch dancing was another highlight for me. He is a performer. That's all I can say. They're all performers, but like Mitch for some reason to me just stood out. I guess because I'm obsessed with him. But he the way he dances, and he just really goes for it. And he was dancing, and they all talk at different points, which is great. The graphics were great. They had like their screen behind them with the graphics. They had their own little personal stage. Everything was just amazing. I wish I could go back in time and relive it again because it was absolutely amazing. I was so close to them. I was so close I could see their facial expressions, and I could make eye contact with them. Avi makes a lot of eye contact with people in the audience because, I mean, I guess they have to look somewhere, but I made eye contact with him several times and died a little bit each time, like in the best way possible, but I was closest to him because he stands right here, and then you have Kirsten, and then Scott, and then Mitch, and then Kevin at the end. And unfortunately, since I was more towards like this end of the stage where Avi and Kirsten are, Kevin was down here, so I didn't get a whole lot of good pictures of him, unfortunately, because he was usually down at the end, and I was so close, my camera, like, it was hard even to like zoom out and get the full group in the photos. But everything was amazing. Standing by was absolutely fantastic. Nikki was sobbing the entire time, like over Avi's voice. Like all I could hear was her sobbing and sniffling, but she got great video and I didn't, so that was cool. It was just amazing. Everybody in the audience was pumped up. Scott said several times, and some of the other people, basically all of them, I think, said how great of a crowd we were. And I don't know if they say this at every show. They might, just because it makes us feel good and they want to make us feel good because they love us. But they told us several times how loud we were, and I really do think we were loud because everybody sounded really loud, and it was a small venue. So I think, considering that it was a really small venue, I think we were actually really loud. And it was just amazing being that close and seeing them perform live and hearing them and seeing their facial expressions. And I got decent photos and I'm happy. So after this concert was over, we all are exiting the venue. It was about an hour and a half, I guess. An hour and a half long was the concert. So we're leaving the venue and we go right to their bus because we all want to meet them afterwards. You know, that's kind of like tradition. And I'm with Nikki and Kaylee and her mom. And the security guards weren't terrible. I've heard some really bad stories about security guards being really mean at some venues. They weren't terrible, but they kept like wanting us to move down past this like red car. And I don't understand like why they chose this red car. There was a red car behind this barricade. Unfortunately, there was a barricade and I was sad about that. I mean, I understand why they have to have it, but I knew that if they actually came out, this barricade was going to prevent a lot of us from getting close up enough to get like photos and stuff. But it is what it is. You know, we just kind of hung out. It was starting to rain, sprinkling. It never rained full out, thank goodness, but it was sprinkling. So we waited out there probably a good hour and a half, almost 2 hours before Kevin came out first. And he was absolutely sweet. He went down to the end of the barricade and came all the way down, and got selfies and I guess maybe signed some things for some people and talked to people. He was going pretty fast, but not fast, you know, not too fast. He was doing as much as he could, as many selfies and talking to as many people as he could. And then next was Kirsten. I think Kirsten came out next. And she's little. So before I knew it, she was like, my camera stopped recording for some reason. I think because I've been rambling for too long. But Kirsten's little, and before I knew it, she was like right in front of us. And I never even got up close enough to this barricade to actually get a photo or anything with her. Same with Kevin. I mean, I got close up there and I was able to like look at him and things like that, but I never actually got a picture with him or anything, which was sad because all I wanted was selfies with each of them, and that didn't really happen, but it's okay. I didn't get a selfie with Kevin either because I couldn't get up close enough to this barricade. But the next person that came out, I believe, was Avi. He didn't actually come out to the barricade. He just came out and waved and went into the bus. And then after him was Scott, I think. Scott came out next. Everybody freaked out, and Scott did come out to where the crowd was on this barricade, and he started down at one end, and he came, you know, he was in the process of coming down and seeing everybody, and during that time Mitch came out and waved at everybody, and everybody freaked out, but he didn't actually come out and see us either. And then a lady came out and she was like, I'm really sorry everybody, we are on a really tight schedule and we have to leave right now. I'm really sorry. I know you wanted to see them, but we're just not going to be able to. So we were a little disappointed. They were on a tight schedule. They were going to Tampa the next day. So they couldn't come out and see everybody, but Scott. I cannot say enough great things about this man, besides the fact that he's amazing and talented and gorgeous and perfect. He came out and spent a lot of time, as much time as he possibly could, with the crowd. He went down and took as many selfies as he could. And this lady, I'm not sure what her name was or what her job was, but she was with them, and you know, she kept telling him, we have to go, we have to go, we have to get on this bus, and telling us, I'm sorry, you know, we have to go, we have to go. And Scott took as many selfies with as many people as humanly possible. Like, he was going so fast. And then for people that couldn't get up to get a selfie with him, he was posing, because, you know, there was the stupid barricade. So he was posing, and I have pictures of that I'll show you. He was posing for people that couldn't get selfies. He was taking selfies. I actually got a selfie, a quote-unquote selfie with him. I did actually get up to the barricade and took a selfie with him, but my face is like cut halfway off. His face is fully in it, and mine is cut halfway off, but I don't really care because you can tell it's me, and I got close to him and I got a selfie with him, which is what I really wanted. But he was amazing. You can tell he really, really, really loves the fans, and he really did all he could to take as many pictures with us as he could, and it was very, very much appreciated. So that was it. Oh wait, no, it wasn't it. After this, Mario was kind of hanging around, and I got a picture with Mario. He was absolutely amazing and sweet and kind, and he came out to a group of us and took pictures with all of us and talked to us, and it was just greatly charming and kind and wonderful and just personable, and he has a great personality, and I love him a lot. He came out and talked to us, and it was so appreciated and so nice. So I got a photo with him. I wanted to meet On Air Jake, but I never saw him. I think he might have been sick. He's been sick lately, but we didn't really see him. So after all of this was over, I went back to the hotel and went to sleep after a long time because I was so hyped up and crazy and just happy about the whole experience. And I'm still happy. I had a good day the next day. I was really, really happy and just still excited about everything. But then the day after that, I was a little bit sad. Like, I have a little bit of post-concert depression. I'm doing a lot of air quotes in this video. I don't know why. So just some closing remarks about my experience. I really had a great time. I'm seeing them again September 5th on the Kelly Clarkson tour, so I'm hoping VIP will be available for that. And I'm really, really, really hoping that they all love their gifts. They didn't open their gifts during the meet and greet because there just wasn't enough time, but it's like killing me not knowing if they actually like them, and I spend a lot of time on them. So I'm really, really hoping that they got the gifts, but I loved the experience. I'm so, so, so happy that I got to experience that, and I cannot wait to see them again. Thank you for watching. Everybody have a great day. Bye.